What's going on, everybody? Firechicken here, back at the Scrapyard. It has been a minute. I haven't gone live in quite a while. But here I am, and this is 15 minutes of Firechicken. I'm not sure how long this actually will last. We just put that as a baseline. So I do have some stuff I want to go over really quick, and it's mainly about the upcoming events, our Virginia invasion. All that mess. Hold on. Random thought. Let me write that down. Soul, what's going on? Soul is one of the fighters coming with us over to Virginia for the invasion. So, yes, excited about that. Excited to see him again. Apparently, me and him are scheduled to do a bare knuckle fight that I'm just now hearing about. So, Firechicken versus Soul, bare knuckle. I'm just kidding, man. Okay, so I'll introduce myself since we do have a new audience popping in and out, and I encourage you, if you are watching, stop in and say hi, join the conversation. Love to meet you. Name is Firechicken. I started Street Beef Scrapyard back in 2020. I went over to Virginia in 2018. I did a couple fights for the OG branch of Street Beefs. The OG branch is located in Virginia, and that was created by Scarface, aka Christopher Wilmore, back in 2008. So we are a legit branch of Street Beefs. We're located in Washington State. We throw fights monthly. We're very consistent. We love it out here. We love being a part of Street Beefs and the opportunity that Scarface gave to us. I can't say it enough. So thank you, Scarface. Appreciate you a lot. April 26th, that's our next event. Okay. And that's I've already got it. It's going to be another pay-per-view. I've got a couple fights lined up already. A couple I'm trying to match up. I like to get fights lined up ahead of time so that we can talk about them and promote them through the pay-per-view. But the first one is going to be Brickhouse versus the Menace in a kickboxing fight. That Brickhouse is coming back. I'm really excited about this one. Haven't seen him in a minute. The Menace, he's coming back. This is going to be a really good fight. I'm just telling you now. You don't want to miss out on that one. My next one that I got is the Kaiju versus Solo in a kickboxing match. That's going to be a good one also. You already know with Solo, it's going to be crazy. 2 Explosives signed up. And I am looking for an opponent for 2 Explosive. I know we'll have somebody, but I'd like to find somebody ahead of time. So those are if you're interested in signing up for one of our events, you have to go to our Facebook group at Street Beef Scrapyard. So we have a page and we have a group. The page is the same name as the group. The difference is that in the group, you can go in, you can make posts, you can comment, you can meet people. So go in there. It's got, I don't know how many members, like 53,000 members or something in there. And that's where we post our monthly events. Hey, I've seen Solo reach some high targets before. So anyway, so go into the group, find the most recent sign-up post, and basically just sign up. Simple as that. Once you sign up, then it's just waiting until fight week, and all the new members can read. Yes, all the new members, you need to read the sign-up post. You need to know where we're at. You need to know what to do. You basically message me on fight week for the address. It's pretty easy. We do our matchmaking at the event. Stone Cold Ree Austin, our up-and-coming undefeated fighter. Soul, our 115-pound kickboxing champion. Okay, May 3rd, This is going to be the Scrapyard invasion to Virginia. Somk, what's going on? Somk, Street Beef's West Coast fighter, referee, MMA Underground. No, it hasn't gone down yet. The invasion is on May 3rd. And I do have some fights that we're still working on. Like, I'm still trying to get Crazy Legs matched up. Not that it's hard, and not that we're not going to get him. Yeah, I didn't put that there. Anyway, not that we won't get him matched up, or we just want to find the right match for him. The chef is trying to get to Virginia. He would like to also fight. If anybody wants to sponsor his trip to Virginia, I may have a good opponent for him. Let me know. Just email me, scrapyardfighting@gmail.com. Say something like sponsor. And if you're interested in helping a fighter get over to Virginia to fight, he could shout you out, whatever you guys agree on. But let's see who else. King Kai is fighting Mr. Dad Bod in MMA. Death Sentence is fighting Illuminate the State in MMA. Flex is fighting King Madness in boxing. Soul, I got to talk to you about yours. No worries, though. Just, I got to talk to you about yours. I got Chemical X versus Bada Boom, female MMA. God, who else? I'm just going off the top of my head. So, I've been gone for a few days, been on a little bit of a vacation. So I'm really just, I can pull it up on my phone. That might work too. I just don't want to sit here and drag you guys on too long. Okay, I got Toro from Friday Night Fades against Turk. Baby J versus Ronan. Yes, Toro's coming with us, and so is Bully. It's not too late, Austin, but you got to get on it. I wish you were going too. Let's see. Frankie Balboa says, "What's up, Firechicken? We'll be back dealing with back." Okay. Hope to see you soon, man. Hope to see you soon. Yeah. You know what, Soul? Just Street Beef documentary. That's another thing we're going to talk about. So the scrap, it is about the Scrapyard, though. It is a documentary being put on by Generation Iron, and so it's basically going to talk about how I got involved with Street Beefs, my past, my experience, what we deal with on a monthly basis, as far as like the editing process and matching up fights and where we find some of these fighters. Buddy V also, I snuck my phone out for a quick second. Also going to Virginia with us. So I'm excited about that. Our new commentator, Buddy V, along with Melvin from Fight Team 206, Mr. June, aka Mr. June. So yes, we got a team going with us. But the documentary, so they've already filmed most of the, I would say probably about half the material they need for the documentary. We're just they're going over to Virginia with us, so they're going to get some more footage over there. It seems like every time we think we're ready to like move forward with the documentary, we find something else that we're just like, hey, you know what, we should get this in there too. So we're definitely like, it's a done deal as far as like it's gonna release. It's just a matter of when, and good things take time, and the more material we have, the better the documentary is going to be. So just stay tuned. It's, if you want to follow them, they're called Generation Iron. Pappas does learn martial arts, and I think one thing that the fans don't realize about Pappas is that, you know, I repost footage. I repost old footage. I mix it in with new footage. So you guys might see like Pappas in his first fight, and I might post it tomorrow. And people think like, man, he's not getting any better. Actually, he is getting a lot better, and he's on a win streak, and he's on the Wall of Fame now. And I mean, that says something in itself. That really does. You know, it's not easy to get on the Wall of Fame. It takes a lot of it takes 7, 8, 9, 10 wins to get on there. Brickhouse, what's going on? I was just speaking about you, man. Excited about your fight coming up. Everything looks good. It's going to be a great match. Super stoked about that. But we're talking a little bit about the Virginia invasion right now. Talking a little bit about Pappas, you know, how much he's improved since he's been at the Scrapyard. I've seen a lot of people improve. You know, one person that I can say improved immensely is Brickhouse. So Brickhouse came out and he fought in, I want to say, like our second event we ever had. And he fought Pookie. I think he fought Pookie. The transformation the Brickhouse has gone through, going from that to being the kickboxing champion is crazy. So shout out to you, man. You've really come a long way. UK thing's still a go. You know what? I'll speak on that really quick. And I really haven't made this public because it was honestly, I don't like to tell people about things unless they're 100%. Like, I know they're going to happen, at least from my standpoint. Like, if I know that I'm all in on something and it's going to happen, then I'll tell people about it. But if I don't think something's going to pan out, or if it's just kind of a maybe, I'm not really going to talk about it, because I don't like to overpromise, because then you seem to always underachieve. So I like to underpromise and overdeliver. So let's talk about the UK thing really quick. So how that whole thing came about was I got messaged by a guy on Instagram. Sounded legit, yada yada yada, yada yada yada. I linked him up with one of my guys to kind of handle the whole planning of it and everything, and it sounded great. You know, we had contracts written up, but you know, it's like, I don't know, man. Like, we were supposed to fight. I can't even remember the date now. I want to say it was in February. We were supposed to fight in February or March or something. And, you know, we had the date. Well, we didn't even have like a concrete date yet. But I had my fighters in camp and we were training. We were like 2 weeks into training camp. And I finally got a hold of this guy. And I was like, man, what's going on? Like, we got contracts written up. We're good, you know, right? He's like, oh, well, you know, we got double booked on our venue. I'm like, okay, well, he says, we're going to push it to June or July. I was like, well, I'm not very happy about being 2 weeks into fight camp and sacrificing my time, but you know what? I promised these fighters we were going to do this and everything, and I want to try to make this work on my end. And after I thought about it a little bit, I was like, you know what? I contacted this guy and I asked him, is it still on? And then he said, no, it's not. So he didn't even contact me when he found out the venue was, well, that's the excuse that he used when he said that the venue was double booked. So he didn't even contact me. And I just started thinking, like, you know what? This whole thing's a joke. Like, it's just not going to work out. There's some people that are big dreamers. Like, they want to do things. They have plans. wouldn't it be neat to do this or that? And then there's people that actually do shit. And I didn't get from this guy that he was going to be able to pull this off. Not with how unprofessional the contracts were with the revisions we had to make and the rescheduling and all that. So ultimately we had to cancel it. I just told him we're not going to do it. We're not going to keep, pushing back the date. And my fighters I'm holding them back from going pro. I'm holding them back from Golden Gloves. Like, there was things that my fighters wanted to do. I'm like, well, hold on. We got the UK coming up. Well, I couldn't hold them back anymore. So, just, you know what? Be careful on who you decide to deal with. Like, I did take a gamble on that whole thing, but, and it did sound kind of too good to be true, but you know what? There's going to be stuff in the future. There's going to be big stuff that we're going to pull off. So, my only thing was, like, we had promised the fighters, this neat trip and everything. And so I felt like, we let them down with that whole thing, even though it wasn't directly our fault. But yeah, you live and you learn. A lot of life lessons out there on who you decide to deal with, So, okay. So May 3rd, like I said, VA, Virginia. Blue's going with us too. There's a few other Crazy Legs, a few other fighters, Canakin that I'm going to try to, like, prioritize and make matchups for. I think we're going to do some press conferences and stuff, really get people, like, jazzed up about this whole May 3rd invasion. Then we do have a following event on May 24th. So we are still doing our event this month, or that month. Following up with that's going to be the June 21st event. Nothing planned for that one. July 26th. Okay. If you've been around the Scrapyard for any period of time, you know that is our anniversary month. This is when we do big things. This is when we have guests. This is when we make some really good matchups. So, anniversary is going to be on the 26th. Look, if you don't make it to any other event out of the entire year, make it to the anniversary event. I'm just saying that. I think let me look, but I think last anniversary, and I don't want to misquote, but I think we had like a record number. I think we had a record number of fights. And again, I'm not gonna give you the wrong information here, so I'm gonna look up myself. So 2024, 7. Okay, we had edited. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. We had 39 fights that day. Okay, that might be the record for the Scrapyard that we've ever had, which is awesome. But it just means that people wanted to come together and participate in that. We had Chiseled Adonis come out. It was a great time. So hope to see some returning fighters. Hope to see some title matches. Hope to see some guests. Hope to have some big glove boxing matches going on. I'm looking forward to this big time. So, August 23rd is going to be our following event. So we encourage people to sign up for that one as well when it comes around. Did you get a chance to check out our Fox 13 news story? If you haven't, you could probably Google it. Proud of that. It's also on my most recent fully edited video. So I think it was the what was it? The last whatever. So I'm editing the March fight. So the February 2025 full event. If you Google that or search it on YouTube, you will find the Fox story at the end of it also. So check that out. I adjusted the audio on it a little bit. I blurred out a person that we didn't want to show in the story anymore. But you know what? If you leave the scrapyard on bad terms, that's just how it is. If you leave the scrapyard on really bad terms, like, I don't care if people want to move on, go separate ways. But if you put two middle fingers in the air and, say F the scrapyard on your way out, there's gonna be consequences. There is. There could be videos removed. There could be stuff. There could be stuff that happens. So just saying. Yeah. We do a lot for people out here, and when someone screws us over like that, we don't like to have their video up so they can show their friends and be proud of it and everything, because they don't honestly deserve it. But none of you guys are like that. You guys are all awesome. It's really not hard to maintain and be part of the scrapyard. 2 chances are allowed. A third is not. Yes. I do give second chances. There's some things I don't give second chances for, but for most, that doesn't mean intentionally go screw up so you can get a second chance. But some of the stuff that really bugs me, I'll go over them really quick. This is what really grinds my gears. Okay. So if you're hounding me about your video, like, when's my video going to be done? Firechicken, why did you edit so-and-so's video? I did way better. That person's trash. I think you should have edited my video first. That in itself isn't going to get you banned. But saying, like, F you, you're picking favorites, you're being biased, my fight was way better, like accusing me of stuff, that's when shit gets like, okay, I'm not going to sit here and listen to this. We've honestly lost a few fighters over people like, you knew it. He knew it. I said what really grinds my gears, and he knew what I was talking about. So there's really been there has been a few fighters that have just come after me about their video releases. So, some of it led to like getting banned, basically. It's kind of a stupid reason to get banned, though. It really is, because your video is going to be out when it's out. So no reason to just hound me about it and accuse me of picking favorites and all that. I edit the videos based on my time that I have. Okay. If I've got time to edit a long video, I'll edit a long video. Maybe I edited boxing the night before or the day before, and I want to edit kickboxing this time. Maybe I need a short fight done. Maybe it's somebody's birthday that I know of, and I want to put their fight out on their birthday. It just depends. Okay. So there's no order. There's no reason usually. So nothing ever to get mad about. Making threats, towards me or my family. That's another one. Money stuff. And entitlement. Like entitlement, I just hate that attitude that I try to give the fighters, you guys, as much as I can in terms of promoting you, putting your names out there, especially if you work with me and you're like, hey, Firechicken, this is my Instagram, or whatever. Like, I will definitely work with you guys. And I try to, but I try to get you guys good promotion and advertisement. And if something comes along, like an opportunity for like sponsorship, I try to hook you guys up. Okay. But I don't know. It seems like after a period of time, people start like, where's my paycheck kind of stuff. And it's like asking for things that were never promised in the beginning. That's where stuff can get pretty messy. So I like to be upfront with everybody on how we do things and what I can offer people. If there's ever another way that I can help fighters out, like if you see something like, hey, what if we did this? I'm up to listen. In fact, you can talk to me just about anything. It really comes down to like how you talk to me, you know. Being aggressive and that kind of stuff, that's not really going to get you anywhere. But talking to me, bringing things up, like I'll listen. I will, and I'll try to work with you. You got to understand, like, it is very difficult to work with so many different fighters. I mean, think of how many fighters we've had at the Scrapyard in 5 years. We've had over 1,000 fights, you know. So a lot of fighters, a lot of people that want to fight, that message me on every platform you could think of. Me having to constantly explain explain the rules over and over again, or the sign up process over and over again. The editing, the videos, the posting the videos takes a long time too. So not just editing, but like when I post your guys' reels and stuff on Instagram, and like I'm doing all that every single day. And it's to try to grow the platform. The bigger the platform, the more eyes you get on you, the more eyes you have on you, the more opportunities can present themselves in in uh in the future. Okay? So we all grow, more opportunities come up. When you're interested in going pro, you know, the bigger we are, the more these promotions will be like, "Oh, I know who that is. I know who Viking Warrior is. I've seen his fights on YouTube." Okay. So it helps you immensely to already have a backing, you know, an audience, a fan base. People refuse to read even the first line of the description or the 3 lines and ask them how to apply. Yeah, one good example would be Instagram, right? That's our like biggest platform right now. We're almost up to 1.5 million followers on Instagram. What does Instagram do for the Scrapyard? Absolutely nothing aside from exposure. Like it's not the best platform. It it would be like, I don't know. It'd be like if you took a job and you went to work every day and they paid you 3 cents for working a day. Like, it's horrible. But I get a chance to link up with different people. Um, the exposure's there. It has its value in that way. So again, we're almost 1.5 million on there, and I can collaborate with you guys on your post. But what I was getting at really quick was, people go on there and they're like, "How old do you have to be?" Okay, valid question. But if you were interested, wouldn't it make sense to just go to our bio? So right on Instagram, I'll read it to you actually. Like almost all the questions can be answered by just clicking on the bio of our Instagram. Okay. Firechicken, meaning I run it. I run Street Beef Scrapyard. Okay. I don't pretend to run street beefs. I never have. I never will. So if there's anybody putting their eyeballs on me, waiting for me to say anything other than that, I've never said that I run street beefs. I run Street Beef Scrapyard, a branch of Street Beefs. Chris Wilmore Scarface gave me permission and oversees any big changes and that kind of stuff out here. Scrapyard, trademarked, Gig Harbor, Washington State. Okay? Gig Harbor, Washington State. It says right there. So people message me and like, "Where are you located?" Located in Gig Harbor, Washington State. It's the 3rd line down. How much do I get paid, Firechicken? Well, if you go to the 4th line down, you'll read that there's no money involved. Hey, Firechicken, how do I sign up? Well, if you go to the 5th line down, guess what? It says sign up in our Facebook group. Who won this fight, Firechicken? I want to see the full fight. Well, if you go to the other line down, they'll say the full fights are on YouTube. Firechicken, how old do you have to be? Last line, 18 plus. Then I'll even get people like, "You sure you don't want to do a kids league or something?" No, it's 18 plus. It's like, okay. And then after that, I have all my links to everything. So If you want links to our TikTok, Brews Under Review, just want to say hi. Cheers from Canada. Thank you, Brews Under Review. So if you want to check out our TikTok, which I'm trying to put a little bit more love into, if you're trying to check out our YouTube or anything like that, there's links right there. Lastly, I have a group chat. It's called Firechicken's Chat. 7,654 people in that chat. And if you want to go in there and you want to get the latest video releases, which I haven't put a new one in there, then go follow that. In fact, I'm gonna put this new one right in there. I did release a fight today. Gaio versus Obi. Controversial decision. Our newest fight. Do you agree? Question mark. We'll see if they agree. Actually, I didn't copy the link. Okay, now I need to copy the link. Sharing, posting. It's never ending. Okay. So if you go there right now, you can put an emoji or whatever. So if you would you mind giving me an emoji on that nobody else has used yet? I'm going to put Indiana Jones for some reason. Okay, it's a guy with a cowboy hat, but whatever. It's not letting me. Oh, there we go. And there's a heart. So if you go there, just to let me know. I want to see a whole bunch of different emojis on there. You can't use the kumquat. It's not available. I was getting too many of those, so I disabled that emoji. I hate to be petty, but man, I was sick of seeing that thing over and over again. Posting group, how do I get a fight? Should get ignored. So you know what, Brickhouse, every time somebody posts that, I actually approve it. I approve it because I mean, it could be a potential fighter, but that really is going to make it out. But I don't know. I lean on you guys to kind of help out with that kind of stuff. So it's nice when people comment and say, you know, hey, you just have to go to this link. Okay. Read everything. Sometimes people just need a little bit of direction. Oh, who gave the googly eyes? Stone Cold Ree Austin. Nice. Bean. Oh, Bean must be Obi. It is. I'm going to follow him back. Am I following you, Ree Austin? Let me check. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm following you back, Ree Austin. Anybody else want me to follow him? Brickhouse, are you on Instagram? Am I following you? It's a follow free for all tonight. Not on. Well, I am now, Ree Austin. So look, when I go to post something with you in it, I'll try to link you as a collaborator. I can't guarantee I'll always do it, but if I post something and I didn't tag you, go back and like, hey, could you tag me in this? Because sometimes I can. Sometimes I can go back in there and actually, sometimes I can actually go back in there and re-add you as a collaborator. I would encourage you guys to like pay attention and get on that, because it can really really boost up your social media. All right, let's see what else I got. So again, cool things that go. Oh shit. Okay. I don't have reels of everything yet. I need people to make reels for me. I wish I could find somebody that wanted to do that for me. God, it's so much of a pain in the ass to like constantly do that too. So like I've been gone for a few days and I haven't got a chance to edit any videos, meaning I don't even have a video for tomorrow. So I'm going to have to get up, come in here. I don't want to, I do like to edit, but I don't really like editing the short stuff too much, to be honest. So I'm thinking about doing a sparring thing Friday. I misspoke there. So this Friday, I'm thinking about doing a sparring thing, kind of like afternoon into the evening. So anybody that's interested, Brick House, Stone Cold, Short Temper, love you guys to come out and get some rounds in with me. I need some rounds. I need some rounds bad. You have no idea. I'm sure you do, actually. I'm sure you guys do know. All work and no play makes Firechicken a dull boy. So if you're going in if you live in Bremerton and you want to come out, bring Short Temper with you. If you have contact with Black Panther, he would be a good one. You guys in Bremerton got to come up with like a little group. Maybe King Kai. He could. I think he lives in Silverdale now. He might be able to swoop by and grab you. But please, if you've never been to a barbecue, I really would suggest going. Mandy says she tagged me in a post. I don't see it. Maybe shared it. Oh, she shared a reel with me. Okay. Yep, you guys got to make a little group chat or something. Or are you in our fighter group chat, the Tacoma one? If you're not, get a hold of me and I'll put you in it, because it's kind of like a group chat for anybody that wants to spar. Oh, okay. I got tagged in a post. Let's see here. Okay, so oh, there's some ugly kicks, honey. If you want to see some ugly kicks, they just got added to my Facebook. They're bad. I'm not a kicker. I'm a puncher. I used to kick when I was like more into MMA. Let me add you to the Stone Cold. Are you in the sparring chat? So find it here. So it's this sparring group for Tacoma. I know this is not helping at all. Okay. Let me see here. Okay. What? Maybe I can share it. Trying to add you guys. Okay. Sorry, I got people messaging me about wanting to come out to the fights. Okay, I'm adding people. Because I do have you guys like all in the. So the fighter chat's one that I have you guys in. Let me see members. Geez, Cat, what are you doing? Cat's crazy. So if you're in the fighter, so if both of you guys are in the regular fighter chat, I'm gonna post in the fighter chat right now, and you guys can respond to me, and I'll add you. Okay, I just posted in there, so if you see that post and you want in there, comment on it, and I'll add you. Got it? Good. All right. Barbecue Friday afternoon to evening. Okay, I'm adding one. You were right. You were not in there. Short temper. Okay. I know it's kind of quiet right now, but I'm just trying to get you guys in there. Okay. Austin, message me. Just send me a message really quick. I'm taking too much time trying to go through here. Okay, I got you guys some good information. Excited about all the upcoming stuff. More stuff I'll announce in the future. Like I said, I don't like to overpromise, but I do have things that are kind of sitting on the back burner that are like ready that I definitely want to tell you guys about. I just can't really yet. So when I'm able to, I'll definitely fill everybody in on the upcoming stuff we got. So thanks everybody for hanging out with me. 15 minutes fire chicken. Yeah, reach out after the live stream, Soul. I'll talk to you. All right, everybody. Peace out. Psh.